What makes me a man? That's a good question, actually. Um, shit. That's a good question.
According to my understanding and how I was raised in my rural area as a man, it's someone who lead by example, a protector, a provider, and also someone who goes beyond to the point that he sacrifices whatever he has for others to be safety and protected, if I may say.
Just someone who's strong, someone who's who takes responsibility for his actions, someone who takes responsibility of his family. Yeah.
I guess you base that on your heroes, you know. Like when I was a young boy, I thought He-Man was a man, you know, and that's what I thought I was going to be one day. I was going to be He-Man.
Some parts of me wanted to travel as a kid. I don't know why. So I never really understood why I wanted to go away from home, whereas a man stays at home all the time.
I would say because from birth you are like naturally just put on that thing of, how can I put it, like you're like the prime, you're like the top the head of everything. That's manhood.
Most knowledge about manhood would probably have been passed down through my dad. Me and my mother actually didn't have a great relationship. I think it's because we have very similar personality types, so we clash a lot. But my dad, we're very close. We often just go relax, just me and him, go out for beers, coffee, things like that. My dad's this crazy positive thinker, insane, like everything is happy, and he always is like, never take yourself too seriously, like never take life too seriously, it's about, you need to have fun, like you never know when things could end.
Basically, Nelin Tatamolwak. That man told me something, I'm how little out. You must make sure hore out will live on my copy, basically. That makes you a man. How sa duli ma copy if motho wa monna tshwantse ha o nka somebody o umlobole wenza into ezigrand ngenza ama-fat and set. That's what I still remember from the old man.
I don't know, hey, because I'm raised by a woman, and she had to play both roles. So I don't know, is it fine if I say her? Yeah.
Yeah. I've had the 22 years because I lost my father last year. So the whole 20 years of my life have been spent with him, teaching me how a man is supposed to be. A man is someone who can take pride in his own skin, in his own color. A man is someone who exudes confidence where he goes. A man is highly ambitious. He wants to see another day coming. He adds value in his life. That's basically what my dad instilled in me, to be a man, a proud African man.
Probably got all my knowledge from my stepdad. And it's basically what I just said earlier about have to look after the family. As a man, you have to look after your siblings as well, and your mother even, yeah.
I was raised by a single parent, my mom only. So I never got that support from my father, Okusho ukuthi like yonke into ebengifuna I was always going to my mom, khalela kumama, meaning I didn't have that love of the father that, now I have to go through this, situation ukuthi manje ubaba ngibonisa ukuthi this is how you deal with some situations as a man.
A life story, well, let me think. Well, there was this one incident, you know what I'm saying, where I could say it didn't necessarily happen at the time we actually officially moved from being a teen to young adulthood, but it happened later on in the adulthood part where I got arrested, you know what I'm saying? Got arrested, got in a cell, you know what I'm saying? But somehow I managed to get out of that sticky situation without calling my parents, without calling anybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a matter of just handling it from my side, talking to the right people, saying the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I realized that, nah, you know what? This is what it means to be a man. You know what I'm saying?
I struggled a lot to fit in. And in terms of how I used to speak, a lot of people were very confused because you're speaking like deep Zulu. You're not, it's not that Talia say suguti, koala, and you're thinking like a word like koala to me it didn't make sense. You get a guy saying, we are koala, you are koala. I'm like, no, it's not you are koala, it's you are koala. You have to relax the tongue, my man. Come on.
To me, it's always been hunting. And I guess other people like fishing, other people like rugby. But there is a very masculine sport or lifestyle, like hunting, for instance. I think that's where I felt as a kid like I was a man. I was like, yeah, I'm out with the men, we're hunting, we're in the bush, there's dangerous things walking around.
I think the biggest transition into adulthood was when I failed my matric. I think that's when I woke up to what life really is, because before that I was just it was a cruise, man. It was easy. Your parents pay for everything, whatever you ask for you get. But for the first time I was held accountable for what I'd done wrong. And I think, yeah, because my dad was just like, you're going back to the same school and you're going to do the same subjects, you're going to pass this time. So I think that was the first time I actually took responsibility for my actions.
Money. Where I come from, money rules the world.
I believe in our society, what makes a man is what's now considered as a blesser. Someone who is able to provide what is needed. For happiness to be there, there's some elements or characteristics that come along with that happiness. If it's money, it's money. If it's cars, it's cars. If it's houses, it's houses. And different things that the blesser bring to the table.
Someone who gets up every day with a purpose, and knowing what your purpose is. Follow through. Yeah, sorry guys, this is a tough question.
What makes you a man basically is mawile time elihlala stele, yabona. Hleli ngama-Sunday uzidlala ijazz yakho, yabona, nengcusi zakho, ushadile, white wedding, yabona. In the society siphila kuyo yiyo i-out esupporta abantwana bayenza yonke into ngendlela.
Hayi pantsula wantwisisa loko ri pantsula ematihlweni ya vanhu eka mphakathi indlela yin'wani u-out umjitha. You stand for the community, you stand for your household, you stand for yourself. So a man in the society that I grew up in was you being able to stand for yourself, you being able to finish a tank of beer, you being able to spin around with your kusheshe, you being able to have more than one chick. But for me, and what I guess stands out for me as being a man myself is respect.
I guess, okay, in a relationship, our relationship, I don't know, but whoever makes the most money, and I guess money has power. So whoever makes the most money is like, you the man. Yeah.
He-Man and Skeletor.
I can elaborate on a good man, not on a bad man. I think a bad man, one man's poison is another man's treasure, basically. I'll say a good man for me. There's a gentleman I recently had the pleasure to be introduced to. His name is Babu Buntu. He runs a company called Ebukhosini Solution. It's a 100% black-owned company where they find African solutions to issues that we are dealing with at this stage. For me, that's a good man.
I'm thinking of politicians because they're very difficult. So I think he is a bit of a lefty, but I've listened a lot to Rob Davis, the minister, and I think I've heard him twice in a speech, and I was very impressed by him and how his knowledge and his humbleness.
Jacob Zuma, definitely. Bad man. Who else?
A Batman. I'll say David Gennaro. The guys watch from the Rhythm City. He is a Batman, two-faced, sell drugs, selling women. Because right now I'm watching it. Yeah, Rhythm City now. He's selling women. He doesn't respect them. So I guess he's a Batman.
Okay, I don't like AKA because he smokes drugs. Yeah, isn't it Anjalo?
I can say my father, he was a murderer and took people's wife. There is nothing much I can point out about him that is good. So I think my father, it is.
If you're broke, you're not gonna get married. I'm sorry. Like today's challenges, if you don't have money, it's late for you.
Women have more challenges than we do. Men, the only challenge we have is competing against other men, which I feel makes us stronger, makes us better. But at the end of the day, I feel that with that, there's not much purpose. We don't struggle as much as women do.
I think society in general, worldwide, has kind of demasculated the man. It's not cool anymore to be He-Man. You know, it's not the right way.
Number one, I'd say peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? That goes down a lot because as a man, there's certain decisions you have to make, you know what I'm saying? But you won't make because of the people around you, you know what I'm saying? Which is the sad truth, but yeah.
Most probably, again, just to reflect back, I was never one of those, peer pressure affected kids because I was raised to have a very strong backbone, even if, Kisna, a certain feature of myself, of my face, maybe I'm too dark than who, be confident and love yourself and so yeah.
The fact that many men are struggling with the self. If I'm struggling with myself, I will affect other people, And I think you look at the divorce rate, just 10 years ago, it's huge, and it's raising like a lot of questions that are we incapable, of building families. And I think if we therefore incapable of building families, it means that we are incapable of building the self.
Abantu ba-greedy and then kugcwele fraud eninzi. Abantu basebenza igama kaNkulunkulu for ukwenza imali. Abantu ufike be-eta all holy ngama-religion bathethe ngezinto, God will do this for you, God will do this for you, which is amaxesha amane sifumanise ba nale mali ke mhlawumbi bayenzayo encane ezicaweni ayi-understand ba iyaphi, yabo.
I don't think manhood's defined by culture. I think it's more a personal thing to me. I'm also not too worried about whether other people think I'm a man or not.
The way you conduct yourself Do you take care of your responsibilities? Do you respect others? How do you deal with the opposite sex? For me, that is manhood.
The rite of passage, number one, is just to know yourself. Respect yourself, respect your elders. You know, I can say that motivational book called the Bible.
You know, there's no, like, we haven't had a set age. You know, there's not like a day that my dad came into my room and he was like, it's your birthday today, son. Now you're a man. You know, I often actually, my dad will still tell me, you're not a man yet, Matt. You know, like, you're an adult, but, you know, you're still learning.
I'm a Zulu man. You know, as a Zulu man, most of the time, we define you as a man when you get married. A man who has not been married, according to Zulu, still usese umfana nje. Even if you work, you have a lot of money, you know, you possess whatever you possess. Usese umfana ekugcineni.
I have time to think, right? No rush.
Yes, I do believe I'm more of a man than somebody who didn't go through the ritual. Because I believe that it is there in other cultures. People just choose to ignore it. If your culture doesn't support it, then fair. I might be a bit tolerant, but I don't think that you're my equal.
No. Those rituals, over time, there is none of that.
Yes. No, he's not less of a man, but he doesn't have the protection that I have as a man. So that puts him at a disadvantage, so to say. There's nothing wrong with him. I'm not saying that I'm bigger than that person. I'm not saying that. We are equally on the same base. It's just that I'm darker blue and he's light bluish.
I teach my kids to believe in themselves, believe in the color of their skin, believe in the color of their eyes, believe in their curly hair, believe in their rough hair, and believe in themselves. Because once they do that to themselves, I do not have more advice to give to them, but just love.
I don't want my son like to go through what I went through, you know. So to me, I'm that man whereby I have to take care of my son and then like always be with him all the time, you know. So that's, you know, whatever he needs, like I would like to support him in whatever he wants in his future. I would like to support him, you know.
There are two things that I will teach my son, like from an early age. Two things. Two important things is to dream first. They must have a dream regardless of where you come from. It doesn't matter if you sisemkhukhwini, by that time nasemkhukhwini or sebesihlele kuronta, mara into ebalulekileyo iphupha nyana. Phupha. Amaphupha kakhulu futhi ungoyiki. Into yesibini, kholelwa. Kholelwa kuwe ngaphakathi kuqala.
Hey, out there. Can I tell you the honest truth, dog? As much as izinto zenzakala, my dream as a man, I told myself, anybody that I will impregnate, that this has been my dream. I'll make that woman my wife.
Marriage, it's the best thing ever, and there's no, like, you stay away from so many things. Like there's diseases out here. There's like so many things.
I recently read something on Facebook, and the brother was saying a man who cannot control his instrument does not control his life, and which is true. I think being faithful to one person, it results in you being in control of your life.
Not being faithful is costly. Time, petrol, logistics. To just cheat is costly. And that means presentation as well. Because you find you this wealthy man good transport, good everything. Bless, and you have to leave your certain house, you go to have sex in a shack. The dynamics of that, it's very nonsensical. It's very stupid.
Circumstances, my friend. It's not a matter of acceptable or not. It's a matter of circumstances.
Nope, it's not. Otherwise, you're not a man.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely, in my opinion. I see no issues with that. Same thing with the breadwinner question. Just as long as you guys are supporting each other, as long as you guys are happy.
Uyivila leyo ndoda leyo. Simple terms.
It doesn't make you less of a man if you stay at home and look after your children. On the contrary, it helps splitting stereotypes. It helps society. It probably helps your kids in a different way.
Ukuthi umsebenzi awuthole esilungwini, phuma uyodayisa uvule isiphayiza ngaphandle, ufake imali ekhaya. Akusho ukuthi hlala endlini ungenzi lutho. Ivila le ndoda lelo. Akusiyindoda leyo. Kahle kahle kumele nginangabe ushadile nje ngokomthetho.
Nah. You can, yes, but nah, it's not the right way. You can't, like, as a man, how are you gonna go to your boys and tell them how hard like, how much effort, like, how tired you are and everything, yet you're looking after the kids? You know what I'm saying? How could you say you wear the pants in the family if you don't work for those pants? Because you don't just wear the pants.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He can. He can raise the kids. I've done it before, so I'm a man and believe that he can. Yeah.
I've never seen that before, but I suppose he can.
I can imagine a man just sitting around changing nappies and no, it doesn't look right. Okay, under my eyes.
I strongly believe that I want to work as much as I can while I'm still young, so that when I'm older, I have enough time to be able to raise my kids properly, to give them the kind of mindset that I have, give them my perspective, so that they develop a perspective of their own and they be able to pass it on to their kids. So I do believe a man can stay home and raise his kids.
No, up until you marry her. No, you're not entitled.
No. Sex is, you're not exactly entitled. Sex is connecting in a different level, you know. You can be in a relationship with a woman for a year, but if she's not comfortable in having sex with you, forget it. You know, there's ladies that will see you at first glance and she knows from that time that, you know what, I'm going to give this guy like tonight. And there's ladies that would look at you and be like, this brother, I'm going to put him off like a 6-month plan. Just want to test him out a bit. You know, I'm getting mixed vibes, yeah. Because at the end of the day, we tend to use sex as power, you know. That I'm totally lo cherry, so the stuff less is better or a man's or it, you know. So for me, nah.
I'd say, yeah, you're entitled. Because, you know, once you agree to join that relationship, you already know from the word go what you have to do to satisfy me. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that you have to do to satisfy me. If that's not part of it, then I don't know what you're doing. Might as well be friends and everything. You know what I'm saying? Might as well be boys. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling. Makes no difference to the cleaning lady in my presence.
No, they handle that part of the discussion pretty well, I think. You know, but she is entitled to sex with me anytime.
those are very ancient views that you need to provide, and it's a, you can see as a marriage as a small business. If you have problems that your wife earns more, then you have a problem with yourself. Like, you got to fix that. Shouldn't you be super happy? Great, someone brings in more money. Brilliant. I don't get that at all. I don't understand why why you feel less of a man, because then you would attach your value to money.
If I was married to a woman who made a hell of a lot of money, I think I might feel a bit inadequate, to be quite honest with you. Because once again, that's my responsibility. That's what I'm supposed to do. If I'm not doing that, if I'm not providing, what use am I? Do you know what I mean?
Again, it depends on love. As I said, like, love is what connects us. If I am a teacher and my girlfriend is a scientist of some kind, and she's really big in NASA, and she's making hundreds of thousands of dollars more than me, or whatever the case is, I don't see what's wrong with that. Love is what connects us. Do you know what I mean? Money doesn't connect us. Love does.
Well, there's this thing that a man is the head, but the woman is the neck that turns the head. So, I mean, if I were to believe in that statement, I'd say it's true, but it shouldn't be a patriarchal thing now, whereby a man is like, this is my house, this is what we're gonna do, and full stop, We should be able to listen to each other and build. As I was saying, I don't believe a man is the head of the house. I believe they're both heads of the house.
If you have men and women running 100 meters with each other, it's unfair, right? That's why they made two divisions. Or is it not? I don't know, maybe that's sexist. I don't know. You don't know anymore what is and what isn't.
They should be treated as equal. Because you are equal at the end of the day. We're all red inside, We all have lungs. All the all the organs are the same, besides the reproductive organs. But yeah, we are equal.
Yeah, like a woman should know her place, you know what I'm saying? Compared to men. A woman should respect a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like our birthright. It's just our birthright, bro. In any species, the male is always respected most. Why does it have to be different with the humans? You know what I'm saying?
There is a biological man and a biological woman, but that's all. What you choose to be as a man and a woman is up to you. And when we live that way, we don't judge people for the nose ring on their nose. We don't. That's where it starts from. Stop judging us because of our gender. Because if you're going to tell me that a man saves the day by lifting up a 10-ton truck in order to save 50 people that are almost going to get injured in some scenario, I'm going to say that if you look at your history books, there were women that quote-unquote lifted 10-ton trucks to save their children. So strength, is that what a man is? Physical strength, is that a man? Is emotional strength a woman? Well, what about a man who is emotional? What about a man who cries tears and doesn't cry bullets when he grows up? Does that make him a woman? So these differences for me are superficial, they are immaterial, they are irrelevant, and I think the way forward for our society is to say that I am, full stop. Now what do you want to be? Let us help each other become what we want to be.
Fit. Men out there need to make sure that they love their partners and they're responsible, taking care of their duties as men and making sure that they provide for their families. Because we don't want to bring angry people later on in life. Because if you don't train abantu to be positive, that means ma unga-support umntana akho out there neglecting your children, you're bringing up an angry person. We don't want none of that now. That's why I'm there for my family. And I wish all men can be like that. Live to provide for the families and succeed. Njalo dog. It's like that.